Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
It is a perfect night here in the capital city of Atlanta, Georgia. We've got the roof open and we are ready to go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a compelling matchup here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is that we're never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Bringing them out, a guy who's top 30 all-time in yards and touchdowns. Not bad for a 4th-round pick back in 2012. Captain Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. One of only 2 rookies to top 1,000 yards on the ground last year. Here's Tyler Algier. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Cousins now dumps this one off to Algier. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. This now a 3rd and 4. Cousins now from the 50. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive, pushing his way through. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. The CD allowed. Times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
18 more yards there and another first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Look at the spin. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Right back to Pitts again. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards.
That's a good example for young receivers about how you should never give up on a play, because sometimes it's right in your hands. Other times you got to play defense and knock it away. But at all times, follow the football. And in this case, he hauls it in for a big gain.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's...
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Cousins. Under pressure, they got him again. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
Looking deep here for Chase.
Touchdown Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
40 yards.
And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. Cousins.
Into the hands of London.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing. Cousins.
That's thrown underneath to Algier.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Trying the left side with Algier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They start on the ground with Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Now a 2nd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The give is to Elliott. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd and 4. It fights him off, escaping the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
On the ground with a tight end. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. T.J. Hockenson taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll stick with Algier. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now Cousins. And this incomplete. Oh, my. He might have been celebrating in the end zone if he'd held on. Nearly picked, but instead, it'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 44-yard. Punt 6 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 84 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. There he goes again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 40 yards. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with this speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they went with a trickery there on the fake punt, hoping to catch that return team flat-footed, but it did not work out.
And you were talking about trying to catch them flat-footed. That's what they were hoping for, trying to catch them off guard. But that's a well-coached team on the other side. They were more than...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Hooked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He's got this to Algier. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Cousins throw taken in by London. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to two guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2 and able to take it past the 20. And up to the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession. Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. The gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Now back to throw. Kadero Hodge has it complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Off play action, Fields. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And Shark calls it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Here's Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Down the left sideline. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Pacheco is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Back to throw now on first down.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Ross Dwelly, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. That'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Following
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here's one of the new rules for 2023. We'll see as the season goes on. That's a fair catch, and they'll begin at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Linval Joseph breaking free and dropping him. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Charlie Warner from 8 yards out. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. It seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football. Unfortunately, they couldn't get him.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, it's Pacheco. And a short gain here, down to the 22. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Fields. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a... Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. 3rd down and 1. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here's Pacheco once again. He can't get him down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A handoff now for Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody,